it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today on Monday, February 2nd with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube, and of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my world. So feel free to pull out a project and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it, because it is officially a new month, and with that, I have a new canvas that I am working on. So the canvas that I am working on is this one here. It is called Miss Rouge by Lori Philippon, and it's coming from Oraloa. It is absolutely adorable, and this is the canvas I am working on for Mink Arts and Crafts Lunar New Year DP Along 2026, and I am in love with it. So I did start it this past Sunday, so February 1st, and so far I have not made a whole lot of progress because I'm doing something a little different with this canvas, which I'll get into in a moment. But in the meantime, let me go over my supplies. So I'm using my release papers coming from Bee's Crafty Corner, a small shop here in Ontario, Canada. My pen is this really adorable panda themed pen. I had picked this up from Bistro Blanks Exclusives, I think that's the name of it. It's a small shop in the States, but when I saw this pen in their shop, I was like, I need to have it. I love pandas. And then my tray that I'm using is actually this one here. It's a two-tone tray. This is the lid for it, and it was created by Yellow Dog Designs, a small shop in Canada that unfortunately their shop did close, but this was their Chinese New Year tray that they made for last year's Year of the Snake. So I kind of figured I will bring this one out, but yes. So yeah, and then I have my cute little panda cover minder. Haha. So what I was doing, yeah. So we're gonna work our way through this section here. We'll see how far I get. But yeah, so I was working on it a little bit this morning, hence why there's still drills in my tray. So I'll just continue with that. But yeah, so before I get into my crazy updates, I gotta know, how are you? What is new? What are you working on now that it is a new month? Because I know for myself, I am super excited. Although I won't lie, putting Clara and the Nutcracker off to the side was sad because I was really enjoying that kit. But if it means I get to work on this one, it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, so this is the one that I'm working on. I do have a round kit that I have kitted up just in case I get burnt out from all the squares, but we'll see. But yeah, so for me here, there's a lot that's new. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. I guess we'll start with last week. Last week was we had a snowstorm here in Ontario, so I had Monday off because schools were closed because of the amount of snow that we got, which I was thankful that schools were closed because trying to dig out my car from the parking lot was a situation. I did manage it. But yes, so last week was a short work week. It was a really wonky week because on top of Monday being a snow day, the Thursday for my school board was a PA day, meaning the students did not have classes, but teachers had to be in the building. And it was a day for us to essentially, it was what we call a semester turnaround day, where as teachers, we are getting our classrooms ready for the new semester. We are finishing up with our semester 1 report cards, and there is like a general staff meeting. So that was Thursday, which honestly was really weird. It felt like a Friday. So coming into work on Friday was like, is it Monday? I don't like it when we have PA days in the middle of the work week. It really throws me off. But it's fine. I survived. So with that being said, Friday was the official new start of the semester. I mean, whoopsie. With my class, things don't change. Like, I keep the same students. But we do technically start a new semester. So that was nice. And then in other news last week, which takes me into this weekend story, or part of it, was I got a new phone. Yay, go me go. I have not updated my cell phone in, I think, 4 or 5 years. So it's a big deal. I went from like an iPhone 11, I think it was an iPhone 11, and I now have an iPhone 16, which is super fancy to me. So I upgraded my phone. Very fun. So with that being said, I have a new filming camera. Yay. So my iPhone 11 is now my filming camera. So hopefully the video is clearer. And I know I can zoom in. So that's like super exciting. Like really exciting. I can zoom in, zoom out. So maybe my unboxing videos and my post reviews won't be so chaotic, because I recognize they were pretty chaotic. So yeah, so my iPhone 16 came in on Saturday, and it took me a while to get up and running, to be honest. I think because it was so cold from sitting in the car, like the transport truck or whatever, it took a while for it to like transfer all of my information over, but it's officially up and running, so I am happy. It was a struggle to get a phone case, because I had ordered a phone case off Amazon, and Amazon delivered my phone case to the wrong address, which I still need to, I wanted to put in the complaint about that, but it was saying I had to wait like 48 hours to see if the package shows up or something, 24, 48 hours. And it had delivered it like really late in the day on Saturday. So Sunday I had tried to put in the complaint, but then it's like, you need to wait until Monday at 4 p.m. So I have not put in my complaint yet, but the package has not shown up. Yeah, it's really sad. But on the bright side, I did manage to get a new phone case. I ended up going to the mall on Sunday after church, because my phone also came late in the day on Saturday. So Sunday after church, I went to the mall, and I had picked out a case at one of like those like kiosk shops. So I'm really happy I have a case, but I mean, the case that I had ordered off Amazon was super cute. It was, you know, had butterflies on it, so very fitting for me. But that's fine. So we'll see what happens with Amazon. But yeah, so I have a new phone, which I am excited about. And with that being said, like I have a new camera to film on, because I think the phone I was using to film on was my iPhone. It was an iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 7. I'm having trouble with this grid right now. Sorry. Okay, there's space. There's space. Yeah, so I think I was filming on an iPhone 7. Now I'm filming on my iPhone 11. So that's pretty good. So that was my like big news, I guess, because I also on the weekend went through my January budget, and I am happy to say that I actually did not spend a lot on my crafting supplies, which is huge for me, because that's something that I've been really focusing on, is just not spending, like not just buying things for the sake of buying it. I won't lie, I did place an order with Creations Moran, but it was only because this project, I am blinging it up, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But I was really proud of myself with my January budget, because I actually saved money this month. So go me go, because one of the things I had said for this year was that I really wanted to crack down on my like spending with buying craft supplies, because I definitely have suffered from FOMO with diamond painting kits. And since I've been organizing a lot in the apartment, I've noticed, you know, I have enough kits to work on. I don't need to purchase everything. I can put things on my wish list. So yeah, so I'm really, really proud of myself with that. I also realized that the past January, I did not spend as much on fast food. I spent majority of my meals at home, and they were homemade by me. So I'm really proud of myself, because that was something else that I wanted to focus on, was just like my overall health, trying to not eat as much fast food. So I was really, really proud of myself, because normally I would get takeout on the weekends. But this time around, no, it was not as crazy. So I'm like super motivated for February to keep up what I call my good work. But yeah, so I did spend time this weekend going through my budget, except Sunday I was like, February 1st, ooh, let me get some stuff from Creations Morin. But it's not my fault. Creations Morin also released like a ton of really cool diamond painting accessories, and I couldn't resist. I had to get like their little treasure chest thing, which is perfect for putting all my goodies in. But in my defense, I added that onto my order because I actually had gone on the site to just order from their like special drill collection. And then that other item just magically appeared in my cart. I had nothing to do with it. But yes, so talking about the special project. So this kit that I'm working on right now, it's an older Orloa kit. I think I bought this one. I think it was maybe one of my first Orloa kits that I had ever purchased. And this kit, believe it or not, only has, I think, 3 AB drills in it. And when I was looking at this kit, I was like, it needs more. It needs more drills, like more special drills. So I actually pulled a bunch of drills. So I have like a bunch of reds to use. I just realized that's out of frame. I pulled, sorry, they're all like off to the side. I pulled like some orange. I've got some blue crystal. This is like a pinky, I don't know, pinky jelly glitter. So I pulled a bunch of special drills to just add a little more bling to the fish and to the girl swimming. But then I also realized the background, all of the white, I love how I just touched the canvas. Oh my gosh. It's not special drills. And I thought, you know what, this white color would look so pretty. Maybe not as an AB, that might be too in your face, but as a fairy dust. So I had pulled like my old fairy dust drills that I had saved. And then I know these are 2 separate white fairy dust drills, but you can't really tell. I mean, they sort of look the same. If they don't to you, just please agree with me on this. But I did order more of the white fairy dust for the background. And then there's like sprinkled throughout the blue shades, this blue color. And I ordered more of this blue fairy dust to put in the background with the water. So I'm excited to see my creation. We'll see how well this turns out. I think this is the biggest bling out job I've ever done in my entire diamond painting career, if you want to call it that. So I'm excited. I'm a little scared, but I kind of figured because this project isn't super big, it'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. And of course, if I get to a section and I realize this isn't really working, then I will just pick off the drills and use the drills that it came with. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not overly worried about it. But yeah, so I did have to order extra drills from Creations Morin. And then, like I said, that other item just magically appeared in my cart. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so I am excited for when the drills come. Hopefully they will come relatively soon, because I feel like once I actually have the time to sit and properly diamond paint this kit, I'll be able to go pretty quick. Right now it's always a little slow. I always find like the first square when I start a new project, I'm like very cautious with my placement because I always feel like the first section that I do of a new project really sets the tone of my placement for the rest of the project. Hence why I keep lifting it up. So yeah, so that's like my exciting project. We'll see how well it goes. I mean, I'm excited. I'm just surprised that this kit doesn't have so many special drills. Like it only came with 3 ABs and all the ABs are like in the fish. So I feel like we need more, like more bling, sparkle, because this is just super cute. Sorry, I need like a sip of my tea here. So yeah, so that's the big project that I'm working on, diamond painting wise. Now, in terms of other diamond painting news, I had placed an order on Amazon, maybe like a week ago, to get a vacuum pen. My vacuum pen did come in. I ordered it's from Art Dot. I'm not gonna lie, I might have been influenced by online creators that were using the pen. This thing, I won't lie, is my new best friend. For AB drills, this thing is amazing. I was using it for Clara and the Nutcracker because there are some AB drills I need to place. It's amazing. And it's honestly not that loud. It picks up drills like super well. And honestly, I'm like, where's this thing been all my life? I mean, you can't switch out the tip, which is fine because AB drills, I'm always single placing, but I am obsessed with this thing. And believe it or not, for the size of it, it's actually really lightweight. I was surprised, which now that I have this thing, there's a kit in my stash. I think it's Rainy Day Mermaid by Erica the Goober. And I remember when I unboxed the kit, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so dreamy. But the whole background of the window is like AB drills. And I was like, oh, this is going to take me out. Now I'm like, with that pen, I'm going to fly through that. So I'm excited to maybe work on that kit sometime this year because it is such a cozy, fun kit that I've wanted to work on forever. But the AB drills have scared me. And that's part of why I haven't worked on it yet. So yes. So like I said, my January spending for crafting, believe it or not, was significantly lower, despite me having a new vacuum pen. I am still waiting on a couple of my diamond painting orders though from January to come in, because in January I did order the Creations Moran February mystery box, and I did order some Valentine's Day themed trays from Creations Moran. So, I mean, yes, I did still place orders, but the overall spending, like I said, was significantly lower than in months past. Mostly because I think the bulk of my diamond painting spending comes from purchases from diamond painting companies, in particular Diamond Art Club. Which, talking about them, they did have their Valentine's Day release. And for their Valentine's Day release, they had a Miss Holly kit that I remember it being in voting, but I could have sworn that there was a girl in it. And the kit that I'm talking about, it's the one that had like all the little chocolates all over the canvas. But I could have sworn there was a girl like mixed in with the painting. But believe it or not, I actually did not purchase that Miss Holly kit. It's the very first Miss Holly kit that I didn't purchase. And the main reason I didn't purchase it is because, one, I like my portraits. If there was a person in it, I probably would have been 110% yes. But because it's just chocolate, and there could tell there was a lot of shades of brown, despite there being like flowers and pinks and reds for the hearts, it just wasn't a diamond painting that spoke to me. Which I was very surprised when it was released, or when I saw Miss Holly's name listed as one of the artists for the Valentine's Day release, that I didn't purchase it, because up to this point, every kit that Miss Holly has come out with for Diamond Art Club, I have had to purchase it. So part of me is like, okay, I guess I do actually have like control. I mean, I did put it on my wish list because you never know, down the road, maybe I might change my mind, but it wasn't a kit where I was like, yes, I need it in my collection. And even when I got the email earlier this week saying like, oh, one of your wish list items is in low stock. Normally in the past when I've gotten that email, I've like been like, oh shoot, I gotta pick this up. But this time around, nope, didn't bother. So either I'm getting over this FOMO rush of, oh my gosh, I can't miss out on anything, or maybe I'm just being a little more pickier in terms of the kits that I want to own and actually work on. Or maybe I'm just like, my diamond painting stash is a little large, gotta work on what I got, and it is what it is. So yeah. So I was very surprised with myself, but also proud of myself. So with that being said, I am waiting for the Diamond Art Club Lunar New Year drop, because the past 2 years, Diamond Art Club has released diamond paintings specific to the Lunar New Year. And the past 2 years, I have been able to purchase a Lunar New Year themed canvas by, what's her name? Christina Six Leaf Clover Yen, which the first time they released it was for Year of the Dragon. Then there was the Year of the Snake. And I remember in voting, there was a Year of the Horse diamond painting by her. So I'm really hoping that one makes it, because one, it was super cute, and two, Christina the Six Leaf Clover Yen's Chinese zodiac diamond paintings, or paintings in general, are so cute. Like, I adore them. So I'm really, really hoping that the horse one made it through, because it was just so cute. So cute. And plus, like, for me, I'm not gonna lie, horses hold a special place in my heart, because my late grandfather, he actually owned horses and would race them. Like, he owned racing horses, and I remember growing up, like, going to the horse stables and seeing the horses. Like, I never took horseback riding lessons or anything like that, but every time when I see horses, I just appreciate their beauty. So part of me is like, the Year of the Horse as sort of the Chinese zodiac plus the meaning of horses to me, I feel like it would just be a really nice way to honor him. There is one diamond painting that I really, really want that has horses in it. It's by Steve Sundrum. I think it's like Horse Valley or something. It's really pretty. It's a landscape, which I don't normally go for, but there's something about that canvas that just blows my breath away. But that one is on my wish list. It's currently out of stock right now, so I'm really hoping they like restock that one soon. Maybe not anytime soon, because like I said, I don't need to be buying diamond paintings all the time. But yeah, that one for sure. But yeah, so anyway, enough sappy conversation. Why don't we chat about some of the other things that are going on in my life, such as the fact that I am finally watching a new TV show, which is shocking. So I started watching, it's called The Beauty. It's on Disney Plus. I think it's also on Hulu. But the premise, it's supposed to be, I think it's a horror mystery type show where people like somehow are making themselves super beautiful, but then they're exploding, and these FBI agents are trying to figure out like what's going on. I started it on the weekend. There's 4 episodes on Disney Plus. I managed to watch the first 2 and I am hooked. So I'm hoping tonight before I go to bed to maybe watch another episode. We'll see. But it's so good. And it's so different because I've been watching so much reality TV. So it's a nice break from all of my reality TV. And it's just back to sort of what I enjoy, which is that weird horror, sci-fi type TV shows. Now, the beauty is quite graphic. It definitely is gory, but it's like interesting because I'm like, this is wild to me. Oh, I thought I was going to fling drills there. Whew. But yes, so I started watching that last night. Well, I saw episode 2 last night. The night before it was like episode 1. But yeah, so it's really good. And then in terms of the books that I'm reading, I actually finished that fantasy book that I was reading, which I actually remembered. I put everything on my phone. So the fantasy book that I finished was Empire of Flame and Thorns by Marianne Blackwood. And it ended on such a cliffhanger. I am so excited to read the second one. It is available on Kindle Unlimited, which is really useful. I don't know what the sequel is called. I'm sure when I log into Kindle Unlimited, it will tell me. So because of that, I was actually able to choose some new books. So I'm now reading Darling Rose Gold, which I started that one on Saturday night. And that one is by Stephanie Warbell. It's an interesting premise because the premise is of essentially a mother who was purposely making her daughter sick. And the mom like ends up in prison, but then like, you know, she gets out of prison and now like the daughter picked her up, but it's sort of like what's going on with their relationship. I don't know. I feel like it might be based on a true story. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the book that I'm reading. I do have an audiobook on the go that I've been listening to on my commute to work, which is Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. So far, it's cute. It's a whodunit, which I don't normally read whodunit type mysteries, but this one, I'm enjoying listening to it. There is a second book in this series, which I have it on hold with my library, so we'll see when it comes in. But I've definitely been enjoying listening to audiobooks on my drive to work. And also when I've been coming home, I feel like it's been really nice. So that's that. And then I have like so many book updates, but honestly, I read a lot. My one book club, because I'm in 2 book clubs, my one book club, which is a book club with girls that I went to high school with, but we still have a book club, which is amazing. But it is called A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, I don't know. But that book, on my way home from work today, I actually had to swing by my public library to pick it up. So normally for my library, I tend to use my public library for their audiobooks and their ebooks. So I very, very rarely actually get physical books from my public library. But for A Novel Love Story, the audiobook was about a 2-month wait, and then the ebook had like several months waiting. And when I checked online for the physical book, there was 1 copy left available. So I was like, okay, I'm going with the physical book. So today after work, I like drive to the library. Obviously I got distracted in the library because I'm seeing all these books and I'm like, oh, I want to read this and that. But then I'm like, no, gotta stay focused. But it was so funny because I was trying to do like the self-checkout because I was too like, I didn't want to bug the librarian because they were like shelving books or whatever, which I mean, they're there to help you, but I just don't want to bug them. So anyway, I was trying to do the self-checkout and the self-checkout was not letting me do it. It kept saying like, user not valid. And I'm like, that's impossible. How am I not valid? I'm borrowing books off Libby all the time. Like, what is going on? So I go up to the librarian and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm trying to like take out my hold. It's not letting me. And he goes, oh, when was the last time you took out a physical book? And I'm like, I don't know. I just always borrow them off Libby. And he goes, oh, it probably means you need to like validate your like home address. And I'm like, wait, what? He goes, yeah, the system's funny that way. And I was like, oh. And then in my head I was like, this is wild. Like, I need to validate I'm still like a resident of my community to use the library. But anyway, it is what it is. But I was like, I did bring home that book, so I'm really excited to be reading that tonight. Yes, I have a lot of goals for tonight, even though it's almost 9 p.m. And I'm gonna need to like get ready to go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow. But yes, so yeah, it's been a very eventful week, that's for sure. I mean, between the books, between the crafting, TV, you know, and yeah. So, oh my gosh, I'm already flinging drills. It's starting. But yes, so that is what's been going on in my world. In terms of this week on Thursday, I will have a post review. And the post review is of I believe it's the Disney Princess Ornaments mini dazzles that I had completed over my winter break. I still need to film the post review of the Snow Globe kit and of Autumn Sunset, which I'm determined to film that, especially now that I'm using like my new filming phone. So I think that'll be a lot easier for me to film. But yeah, so I do need to film those post reviews. And then we'll see what happens. But hopefully in the month of February, I will have another finish, because if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I don't do month-in reviews. I do bi-monthly month-in reviews because it takes me forever to finish canvases. So yeah, so hopefully I'll have a canvas finished for the month of February. Whether it's this one or another one, I don't know. Who knows with me? But yes, so that's what's been going on. So with that being said, I don't have any other updates at all, other than that Vinny, my fish, is doing well. He's like looking at me right now, probably like, where's my dinner? Why haven't you fed me? But yes, so that's it. So with that being said, I'm actually going to turn off my light. I feel like this is coming along. I do diamond paint significantly slower when I'm talking. I think I say that every time. But essentially all of this white area that you're seeing is going to be that white fairy dust. That is my goal. And then some of these spots that are mixed in with this blue color that I did, some of them are going to be that blue fairy dust, and then some of them are not, like they're just going to be regular drills. So yes, so I feel like this square is a good indicator of if my plan will work, which I think it will, and it will definitely tell because how the whole background's going to look. But yes, so we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, now if you did make your way to the end of this WIP'n chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. And before you go, why don't you leave me a fish emoji, because this canvas is all about little fishies. All right, so until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.